All right, the first lift we're going to do for our upper body is going to be preacher curls using our stability ball and light dumbbells. Now first what you're going to do is get your chest up on the ball. Go ahead and get your feet wide behind you so that you're up stable on the ball. Put your arms up onto the ball so they're at a slight angle. Now we are going to do 2 sets of 50 repetitions. Now these reps you're just going to alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to continue to go all the way up to 50. Make sure when you get up to the top you really squeeze it tight at the top before you release it back down. And keep your abs and lower back tightly engaged so that you're not wobbling all over the place with the ball. Try to stay really tight as you're going through this lift. Now to make these ones easier, don't do as many reps. You can decrease from 50, you can even cut it in half down to 25 if you need to. Now if you need to make these harder, what you can do is increase the amount of weight that you use, or you can increase the amount of reps. Also make sure that you're really truly squeezing hard up at the top to get the most out of this lift. Again, it's going to be 2 sets of 50 repetitions. All right, the next lift we're going to do for our upper body are called chest flies. Now we're going to use our light dumbbells and stability ball. So go ahead and get yourself into this position on the stability ball. And you're just going to put your arms straight up in front of you, so where the dumbbells are right in front of your face. Now you're going to bring it down slightly, stop before you get to your shoulders. Then you're going to bring it straight up to the middle, turning your pinkies slightly inward, just like this. You're going to bring them up, bringing your pinkies in towards the middle. Then you're going to bring it back out, bring it up towards the middle. Make sure that you squeeze it tightly at the top. Really squeeze through your chest, almost like you're holding or squeezing a penny between your chest. Hold it for 2 seconds and then bring it back down. So you come up, squeeze tightly through your chest. 1, 2, and then back down. Up for 1, 2, and back down. Now for these we are going to do 2 sets of 20 repetitions with a 2-second hold for each rep. Now for these, if you want to make them harder, when you do your 2-second hold, actually put the 2 ends of the dumbbells together and squeeze those 2 ends together for the 1, 2, and then bring it back down. That will really force you to really squeeze tight through your chest at the top. Now to make these easier, don't do any hold at all at the top. Just keep it flowing. And you can also decrease the amount of repetitions that you do. Now again, that's going to be 2 sets of 20 repetitions with a 2-second hold at the top of each rep. All right, the next lift we're going to do for our upper body is called balanced seated rows. Now with these you need your resistance band and the floor. Now where the balance comes in with these seated rows is you're going to take this resistance band, put it around the middle of your feet, and you're going to balance up on your butt. Once you get to this position, we are going to start doing our rows. There's 1, 2, keeping my abs tightly engaged. There's 3. Whenever you bring it back, squeeze it through the middle of your shoulder blades and through the back of your shoulder. And back out. To make these easier, you can go ahead and put your legs flat down on the ground and just pull it back for a regular seated lunge. If you want to make these harder, keep them elevated, and when you pull it back, squeeze it for a 5-second count for each rep. Now for these, we're going to do 3 sets of 20 repetitions. All right, the next lift we're going to do is a compound lift. We're actually going to be doing 2 different lifts in one. Now we're going to be doing a bent over row with a rear deltoid raise. Now this is what that looks like. You're going to go ahead and start off with your feet at shoulder width apart, and you're going to bend down, keeping your back flat. Make sure that you keep your back flat with these. Now with your back flat, you're going to go ahead and do your bent over row first, pulling those elbows up straight along your sides, squeezing through the middle of your back. Then you're going to extend it back out, and then you're going to do your rear deltoid raise and back down. Then back into your bent over row and out, rear deltoid raise and down. There's 2 and there's 3. So every time you do each lift once, that is 1 repetition. We are going to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions. Now with these, to make them easier, you can do both of the lifts individually. Do your bent over rows first, take a rest, and then do your rear deltoid raises. And then if you want to make these harder, when you do your rear deltoid raise, hold it at the top for a 3-second count for each repetition. If that's not enough, you can increase the amount of repetitions that you do. Again, that's going to be 3 sets of 15 repetitions. Alright, for our first lift for the lower body, we're going to do inside-outside squat jumps using the stability ball. So go ahead and get the stability ball up against the wall. You're going to start it with the middle of your lower back, and you're going to start off in the center. Now make sure that you are slightly leaning back towards the ball and you're not standing straight up. So we're leaning back against the ball, you're going to come down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to continue to go until you get to 15. Now, we're going to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions with this lift. Now, to make these easier, you can make sure that you don't do any jumping at all. Just do your 15 squats to the middle, then widen out your feet, do your 15 squats wide, and then rest, and then do them again. Now, with these, if you want to make them harder, increase the amount of reps that you do. Instead of doing 15, go to 20 to 25 until you really feel a good burn in your legs before you complete the set. Again, that's going to be 2 sets of 15 repetitions. Alright, the next lift we're going to do for our lower body are called squats with a weight shift. Now for each squat, we're going to do 4 weight shifts. So when you do these, you go down into your squat, shift your weight over to your right leg. There's 1, left leg. There's 2, right leg. There's 3, left leg. 4, then you're going to bring it up. That's 1, then down. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. And I'm going to keep on going until I get to 10 repetitions and then stop. Now for these, we are going to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Now to make these easier, don't do as many weight shifts at the bottom. And to make them harder, increase the amount of weight shifts that you do at the bottom or increase the amount of reps that you do. Now again, that's going to be 3 sets of 10 repetitions with 4 weight shifts at the bottom of each rep. Alright, the next lift we're going to do for our lower body are called stability lunges. Now for these lunges, I'm going to put one of my legs up on this bench, but instead of this bench you can use a chair or anything that you can put your foot up on that's stable. Now we're going to start off bringing our right foot forward, and then you're going to take that left foot and put that toe onto the bench or chair, whatever it is that you're using. Now when you do these, you're going to either put your hands here, hands up on top of your head, or just hold your hands down to the side. You're going to drop or sink down with that lower leg until this leg is close to parallel to the floor, then you're going to bring it back up. There's 1, 2, 3. Try to make sure that this knee doesn't go out in front of that toe. Now, with these, we're going to do 2 sets of 15 reps on each leg. Now, to make these harder, when you come down, hold it for a 3-second count before you bring it back up for every single rep. And to make these easier, when you're going down, don't go down as far. Just go halfway and back up. If that's still too hard, you can go ahead and step down and do your lunges on the floor. Now again, that's going to be 2 sets of 15 reps each leg.